Now that you've made a recording, let's take a look at what VoceVista Video can display and how to change it, especially with regard to time, frequency, and intensity. Then we'll go over how to move around in the file and zoom in or out so you can isolate what you want to look at. Last, we'll show you how to select portions of the file so that you can perform various functions like copy, paste, or delete, or analyze sound characteristics like pitch, harmonics, and vibrato, as well as other tasks. We're using the app default display settings. If you need to restore the original settings, just select Factory Settings from the Settings profile. By default, the long-term view window displays a spectrogram view of your recording over a period of time with the timescale on the bottom and the frequency in hertz on the left. Both of these scales are configurable so you can see more or less of your file. The app also displays the fundamental and mean pitch for the recording. All of these can be turned on or off by right-clicking in the window, selecting the toolbar button, or going into Settings Analyzer View. By default, the short-term view window displays a short-term spectrum of your recording at the moment in time that you have selected in the long-term view window. This window shows which frequencies are in your sound and how loud they are. Information about the pitch and intensity of the signal appears in the lower left corner. To change what appears, right-click in the window, select the toolbar button, or go into Settings Analyzer View. The timeline at the bottom displays the entire recording and lets you move around quickly and make selections. Right-click it to see different display options or to hide it. The keyboard shows the fundamental pitch for a moment in time. It is also playable. The displayed range depends on the frequency range. By default, a clickable vowel chart appears on the right, but you can also display file statistics, a list of markers, or just hide the window. Many controls enable you to easily zoom in or out, or to scroll through the file to find what you want to analyze or modify. You can quickly zoom using a two-finger gesture on the trackpad or using a mouse wheel. For example, put your cursor over the long-term view window and slide 2 fingers up to show more of the recording or down to show less. This gesture also works the same way on the frequency and intensity scales. Scrolling through a file is slightly different. To scroll through the recording using the long-term view window, use the zoom gesture while holding the Shift key. To scroll through the recording using the timeline, click anywhere in the timeline or click and drag the current selection. To scroll through the frequency, time, and intensity scales, click and drag the scales. The next step is to make a selection so that you can perform various functions such as cut, copy, or paste sections of a recording, or to analyze the recording over a time range. There are 2 main types of selections that you can make: a moment in time or a period of time. To view detailed information about a moment in time, click anywhere in the long-term view window. By default, the short-term view window displays the harmonics as well as the pitch, hertz, and intensity. For some tasks, you'll need to select a period of time. On Apple computers, hold the Command key and then click and drag the time range you want to select. Use the Control key for Windows. You can then click and drag the selection borders to add or remove content either in the long-term view window or the timeline. Press the Escape key to release the selection. For some workflows, it may be easier to remove the Command-Control key requirement so that you can click and drag to make selections using only your mouse. The downside is that anytime you click anywhere else in the long-term view window, you lose the selection. Go to Edit, Lock Selection to toggle between these 2 selection methods. You can also use menu commands to make selections. The Set Selection dialog enables you to make very precise selections. You can also quickly select all, or just select visible range. Many of these menu functions also have shortcut keys so that you can access them without your mouse. We just went over what the app displays and how to change it, especially time, frequency, and intensity, how to move around a recording and to zoom in or out, how to select a moment in time or a period of time to work with or analyze.